There was an event last Monday, which was Monday, the 6th of December 2021, which was of tremendous significant importance to us, but was passed by relatively unnoticed. And namely, that was Monday, the 6th of December 2021, was the anniversary, the centenary, I should say, of the signing of the Anglo-Irish Treaty on the 6th of December 1921, where we got our independence. Started on our road to where we are now, but got our independence from the Parliament in Westminster. And that had me thinking, like the word Parliament, that in the 20th century, up until 1801, the 18th century, I should say, up to 1801, we had our own Parliament in Dublin, which is currently the branch of the Bank of Ireland on College Green, in the centre of the city. Actually, the building is absolutely wonderful, and it has the distinction of being the world's first purpose-built two-chamber Parliament. But what many of us are not conscious of, the fact that we were an independent country in those days, that the Parliament represented the Kingdom of Ireland. We just happened to share the monarchy with Britain. And as I say, we were an independent Parliament, independent for two aspects which I think are important. One was that we actually supported the Americans in their fight for independence, and actually supply their ships in present-day Queenstown, the Cove, actually, I should say, which was Queenstown in those days. And secondly, which I find very important, is the fact that during the 18th century, we've always had a lot of famines, but during the 18th century, the Parliament closed all the ports on the country to stop food from leaving. And this contrasted very much in what happened in the Great Famine of 1845, when Westminster allowed food to leave the country. And, well, we don't know how many people perished as a result. Some say 1 million, we don't know. But, it was these are little aspects of, our history that are not really brought to the fore. After when the Lords and the Commons were in 1800 were persuaded to dissolve the Irish Parliament, everything sort of collapsed. Dublin went into a long economic decline. But getting back to the famine, which was another aspect, I feel, is that as the Anglo-Irish landlords and gentry moved to London for the Parliament, they lost track with their tenants, and as a result, that in 1846 there wasn't the emphasis on what was happening to their tenants. Of course, living in London was very expensive, and they only visited the country, like the 18th century and before, during the summer. So these are little aspects of our history that are, relatively unknown. And getting back to the Parliament, when you think of, we gave it up. Well, we didn't personally, but powers that be gave it up to bribery and such like in 1801, and then in 1921 we got it back. So just a little thought. Cheers.